Sunday night, October 1st, 2017, there's a mass shooting in Las Vegas across the street from the Mandalay Bay Hotel Casino. The man was shooting out of the 32nd floor window across the street, shooting across the strip where a country festival was in play. They were having a concert. He had over 10 weapons, 10 rifles in his room. He committed suicide before the police got there. As you can see here at the UMC medical facility, the police have already locked it down, preventing anybody from getting in or out. All the casinos are locked down. Again, here we have the UMC. This was very early. This was probably 1 o'clock in the morning. By 4 or 5 in the morning, this was completely roped off. Nobody could get in. Again, the casinos were all locked down. Even here at Circus Circus, looky there. Nobody could get in right there. See, they're blocking the gates in. Every casino from Circus Circus all the way down to Mandalay Bay, they were all closed down. Again, right here, this is the Venetian, I believe. Nobody's getting in or out of the Venetian. Over there, the Mirage, nobody's getting in and out. So this did cause problems. If you were out of the casino, if you were out of your hotel room, and then the shooting occurred, you were not going to get back in your hotel room. They were telling everybody to go to Thomas and Mack Stadium. Yes, and you could not go back to your hotel room. So again, the authorities were telling everybody, go to the Thomas and Mack Stadium. Here's a picture of it. And when you got there, they patted you down. You went in and made your statement. And that's the way it was. Now, something strange about this fellow, that the shooter's name was Stephen Paddock, 64 years old. He lived in a retirement home in Mesquite, Nevada, not far from Las Vegas. The thing is, O.J. Simpson just got out of prison a day or so ago, and this guy, did he pick the 32nd floor? O.J. Simpson, number 32. I mean, probably has nothing. Probably is nothing. But is that a weird coincidence that the man did request a window looking out to the country music festival? He did. He requested that window, and now we know why. But did he request the 32nd floor? We don't know.
Well, you were at the event?
Yeah, well, I was at New York, New York.
Oh, in New York, New York. That was right across the street.
Yeah, there was like stampedes and stuff like that. Like,
and now there's dozens of people walking all over the place.
So you saw a stampede coming out? You saw the stampede?
I was in several stampedes.
You were in several. So did you see people fall down?
Okay, so I wasn't like in a huge one. I was in the ones inside the casino inside New York, New York.
Oh, so they were actually...
But there was people falling down. There was people running downstairs.
Yeah,
like,
even in New York, and there was no shooter in New York.
MGM,
yeah, I know, but all
MGM
the
in New York,
security
New York.
guards were tripping everybody out.
They were on
that's
the
what
news.
if that's the case, then that's what happened.
I see.
And I was there, and they were like, I don't know, everything would be fine, and then all of a sudden everybody would just start running.
So the security guards were almost panicking people.
The security guards were panicking people. It wasn't, yeah.
That's at New York, New York, and you were in one of those small stampedes.
And they were, and
at New York, New York.
Yeah, they were pretty much trapping everybody in there or whatever. But I didn't want to be trapped in there, so like I left with a couple people.
Were you able to go out like a side door or something?
One of the kitchen workers showed us a way out.
So you got out with a kitchen worker.
Yeah.
Oh, so.
Well, they weren't controlling anybody, but like everybody was looking for them for advice because they were the ones running the show.
You can leave if you want.
I got
now
it.
they tell me, I think they went down. My daughter went in with security, and they're not letting anybody leave.
So you went out the side door with one of the cooks.
Right. He said, if you want to leave, come here. And then he took like me and 2 other people.
Did you have to walk across Tropicana here? Or how did you get across Tropicana?
Yeah, I walked all the way over here to the In-N-Out.
Okay.
I went through the parking garage to here.
I see. And this was about an hour ago. This has been an hour, right?
Yeah, this is, yeah.
On location at Tropicana and Dean Martin, not far from the Las Vegas Strip, where there has been a mass shooting, the deadliest in U.S. history. We think that there are at least 50 dead now, and more than 200 are injured.
Please. It's bad enough already. Just take a picture of them. What do you think they're jumping down to do the split? Put the camera down.
Looks like a suspect is taken down. Just one.
You have the camera on. Can I talk to you? Can I talk to you from there? You have the camera on.
You need to go somewhere.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
No, you ain't no cop.
You have no idea who I am. Don't go there.
Who cares? Who are you?
None of your business. Take a walk.
No, I ain't.
Okay.
I ain't moving. Fuck you and go to hell. I didn't like those. Who am I then? You know everything. Who am I? You tell me my name.
You guys just arrived.
Just arrived. We're standing at the taxi rank there, and the guy says that the area was closed off. So they were telling us, I don't think the taxi were to drop us off here. And the taxi driver there, she drove all over the place trying to get through, but got blocked.
She was very good. She tried every way.
How long did it take you to get to this corner?
Well,
maybe it seemed like a half hour or so, huh?
Well, it must have seemed more than that. You know, it must have been about an hour or something. Actually, quarter of an hour.
So the plane, did the pilot or anybody tell you something was going on?
No.
So you got off the airplane.
Just when we went to get the taxi,
Got
right? And then we were going, you know, the taxi was going round and round, and it's getting dearer and dearer.
And did the taxi driver know what was going on at the time? Nobody knew.
She was getting it over the radio.
And so they dropped you off over here at the corner of Tropicana, right here.
Yep.
They just dropped you off at the.
Just over that place over there. What's that building?
Crossed over.
They dropped you off at the hotel over there. And where are you guys staying at?
We're at the Excalibur.
Oh, you're supposed to stay at the Excalibur.
I mean, you're so near yet so far, eh?
So you haven't even checked in yet?
No.
Won't allow us to move up.
Unbelievable.
Nobody can walk up, but there's a lot of people coming this way. Apparently the hotels are in lockdown. All the hotels that's there are in lockdown. Nobody in, nobody out. They're chasing everybody out the area.
All the hotels are locked down.
You understand their concern, you know.
Oh, I understand. Now, it'll probably take 4 or 5 hours to straighten this out before you get over there, but still not the way to start off a trip, is it?
No, it's not. What are we going to do?
What are you going to do?
It's our 54th anniversary.
Oh, congratulations. Congratulations. And they dropped you off. I mean, well, there was nowhere to go. This is as close as you could get it.
This is it.
This is as close as you can get.
This is it.
So, but not very often do they drop you off at the gas station when you're coming to town.
Well, the thing is as the young lass says,
she's
driving around, she's all that's happening is the meters just keep going to it.
The meter was going.
With your fingers crossed, maybe 3-4 hours you get in there. You probably can walk across the bridge, huh?
Yeah, but they won't let anybody go.
Won't let us walk, no.
Yeah. So you're originally from Scotland, huh? Originally?
We live in Canada, but we're from Scotland originally.
And living in Canada. Is this the first? It's not your first time to Vegas, is it?
No.
You go in.
So you saw the SWAT team go in, huh?
Well, it's just one guy. I don't know.
One?
Yeah.
Oh, that's your picture, huh?
Yeah, it's my picture as he was going in.
Did he go in by himself?
I don't know. I was running past him and I saw him. I was like, oh, I'm gonna take a picture real quick. And
I wonder if he was waiting
kept
for
running.
help.
Yeah. He's getting ready though.
And there was other people running with you, right?
Yeah.
How many people were running with you? You think?
At least like 40 or 50 of us.
40, 50?
Yeah.
And some of them you see right here beside?
No, most of them kept going.
Oh, most of them kept going?
Yeah, there was some sitting over there, and then I don't know how they left, that they caught a ride or something, or if they just kept walking, I don't know.
But pretty much everybody you was over there with, they run to this corner.
Yeah, we ran to this corner. We stopped at that corner first, and the cop told us to keep going. And we kept going.
But they just say no. I don't hear. Everybody out there.
And what is your name?
Roger.
Roger, and you're from Houston, right?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Houston.
Breaking news here in Las Vegas. We have a mass shooting on the Las Vegas Strip. It happened across the street from Mandalay Bay. There was a country music festival going on. It was called Route 91 Harvest Country Music Festival. So here's what we know so far. Apparently there are over 50 dead, and now we know that there's over 400 that were injured. Over 400 were taken to local hospitals. Now early on there were some crazy reports that there was a woman at the concert and she was screaming out, "Oh, we're all going to die tonight," and they kicked her out of the event. They kicked her out of the concert. But that was not the shooter's wife. We now know that the shooter's wife is out of the country, so she is no longer a suspect. They had her picture plastered all over the news in the morning time, but again, I believe they contacted her and she's out of the country and she's no longer a suspect. The shooter, Stephen Paddock, he had quite a few rifles in the room with him. Apparently he had about 10 or more rifles, automatic rifles, in the room on the 32nd floor of Mandalay Bay. Remember, he was shooting over the Strip. It was a pretty long ways to shoot. He probably had a scope on his weapon. I was on the scene. Here's about as close as I could get before the law enforcement shut down all the roads. I'm going to show you an interview of some people who actually had to run away from the Strip, and the police directed them to this area where we're about ready to go to. I'm going to give you an interview from one of the people who was right there on the scene, and police told him to run, and they ended up on this corner here. So let's take a look. Now I have multiple interviews. I'm going to break this down into 2 or 3 videos. But the first one will be a young man who was told to run. And of course I also have a video coming up on a couple who just flew into town. This is a story people don't realize. They just got off the airplane when the mass shooting occurred, and they could not even go to their hotel room. I'll show you that interview in the next video. Have you heard how many fatalities or anything?
No.
Haven't heard anything?
No, this police scanner went off.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
You have a police scanner?
No, my wife at home, she's like this, but I don't know if it got shut down or I don't know.
But the police scanner even went off, huh?
Cops will tackle you. Some drunken fool tried to get past and they roughed them up and handcuffed them and put them in the back of the wagon.
Really? Did you see that?
Yeah.
He just started wobbling through there, huh?
He was persistent.
He was persistent?
Yeah.
They tackled him?
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
right
the cop.
Right here?
Yeah.
Right here.
The cops are somewhat panicky.
Oh, yeah.
Like large numbers of people have been killed down there. I don't know. At first we were told that this was, it was a terrorist attack and several places were hit. But it seems like they just closed down the whole strip so that all the other casinos have been, hotels have been closed. But it's just a precaution. It's just at the concert at the M-Bay is where.
Right. But you're saying they closed down the entire strip, huh?
That's what the news on my phone says.
So pretty much all the streets going into every street's going
Las
in.
Vegas Boulevard.
The whole thing. And you haven't heard any fatalities. How many fatalities have you?
I heard the suspect's dead.
What's that?
The suspect is dead.
Is he?
He was shot on the 32nd floor.
So there's just one shooter?
They're saying there's two, but I only heard one. Got shot.
I can't remember the last shooting incident where there was one shooter at the beginning. It's always two shooters or three shooters, and it turns out it's just one guy.
You never know. I mean, sometimes the truth doesn't come out for days, huh?
Well, as I say, at first when they were bringing me in here, and they were saying that several hotels were hit. False report. They just because all the hotels were closed, but they weren't closed because they were all hit. There was a country and western concert at the Mandalay Bay.
So, do you think it was in the hotel itself, or was it at the Western festival there?
It was that's definite. It was definitely at the concert.
At the concert. Yeah. And they just closed the casino, the hotel down for precautionary.
No, he went into the casino.
Oh, he did go in the casino.
Yeah, I had to run out of the casino.
Oh, you were there?
Yeah, I was in the casino.
Wow. And did they force everybody out?
Yeah, they forced everybody out. The cops just said just start running, and I ran up through towards the Luxor, and then I saw an exit sign, so I ran towards the exit sign and came out Mandalay Bay and ran down this way.
So you ran from it must have been around 11:30, huh?
Yeah.
About 11:30, and this is where you ended up at.
Yeah.
After the cops said run.
I was right there first because I was like, oh, there's a cop, and then I saw another cop over here, and he told us to come over here by this.
So they said this is a safe area right here.
Yeah.
Wow. And where are you from?
I'm from Houston.
Houston.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unbelievable.